Welcome back, baseball fans, to the Winter Baseball Classic. We are moving into the third round. We have had the first two rounds completed, and here we're going to just look at, before we start the first series, we're going to look at the standings to this point. 16-team field, and in the 16-team field, considered to be 1/4 of a March Madness, I guess. There's four regions. You've got the green region in the northeast. You've got the Sun Belt region in the southeast, the Mississippi River region, Gulfport region, and then the western region. And through it all, we've got four teams eliminated, as they lost 4 times in the round of 7, and then 3 more times in the round of 5, and 1 from each of those regions. So you have a 4-7 team, a 3-7, a 2-7, and 4-7. These teams are sent packing, and that also means that the winners of those individual regions had 7 victories, winning 4 games in the first round and 3 games in the second round. And they're reflected with 7 win totals. And then you have the rest, the final 8 teams that are 1-loss record. The second best team is in this row. And the third best team is in this row. So I'm going to go through how I do seeding of the 12 teams for the remainder of the tournament. So we look at the 4 teams with the byes, fewest losses, and we're looking at this Rhode Island team. 7-1 becomes the number 1 seed. Out west, with only 2 losses, Missoula becomes the number 2 seed. The other 2 region winners, Athens and Tucson, both with identical 7-3 records. The 3 and 4 seed was decided by pre-tournament rankings. Athens was a higher rank than Tucson, so they get the 3. Tucson gets a 4. Now I'll show you what I do for ranking the rest of the bracket. If you look at these pink numbers here, there's a formula I use. I take the number 9, subtract it by the rank, 9 minus 1, and say 8, and not 8, meaning that this team cannot be the 8th seed. And you continue, 9 minus 3 is 6, that cannot be the 6th seed. 9 minus 4, not the 5 seed. 9 minus 2, not the 7th seed. Now we look at these teams here, and we want to rank them 5 through 8. We have a losing record here, a losing record there. We have a game over 500. We have 2 games over 500. So we want these guys to be a 5. Can they be a 5? Yes, they can't be a 6. So they're a 5. Then we have this record, wanting them to be a 6. Can they be a 6? Yes, they can't be a 5. Then we have the 2 losing teams, and it works out perfectly. 1 can't be an 8, so we make them a 7. 1 can't be a 7, we make them an 8. And that's how they do that tiebreaker. The point of doing this is so that you don't play a team in your region until possibly the finals. So you don't play a team a second time in the tournament. Then, for the bottom 4 teams, you do a similar exercise using the number 17. 17 minus 7, you say not 10. 17 minus 5, not 12. 17 minus 6, not 11. 17 minus 8, not 9. And when you do that, you look at these records here. You've got a team 2 games under 500, 2 under 500, 1 under 500. This team here is at 500, so they should be your 9. Can they be 9? Yes. It's not 11, make them a 9. Then the team 1 under 500, you want to make them a 10. Can they be a 10? It says, yeah, not 9. Which leaves you with 11 and 12. And as it turns out, this team is percentage points better than this team for the 11th. It says not 12, so you make them an 11. And then this team is the last seed, 12. With a record of 3 and 5, they win 37% of their games. This team wins 40%. So that's your seeding numbers. And so in the round of 3, the next round we play, these 4 teams are on the bye. You simply bring the team and the seed and the record down right here. And the number 7 seed, Coney Island team, the 5 and 6. There it is. And you bring these all down. The 5 Savannah, 6 and 4. 5 Savannah, 6 and 4. 6 Mississippi, 6 and 5. And 8 Hollywood, 5 and 6. And then you combine the seeds to find the 17. So 7 plays 10. And when we look at where number 10 is, it's these guys. And so you stick this group on top of the 7. Number 10, SE7 at 4 and 5. There's that one. Then you look for 12, which is right here. 12 VIP 3 and 5. 12 VIP 3 and 5. Then the next one here, you're looking for the on top of the 6 is the 11. 11 SCM 4 and 6. And then lastly, 9 versus 8. 9 New Orleans 4 and 4. Okay, so now, normally these are best of 3 if the teams are within a game of each other. Let's look at this first example here. A game under and a game under. That's a simple best of 3. Let's look at this example here. A game under and 500. So a half a game separates them. Best of 3 works. Where it gets a little different is when the teams are more than a game apart from each other. And here, in this example, they are actually 2 games apart from each other. 2 above and 2 below. So they're 2 games apart. So what I'm saying in here is that the road team, this team, needs to win 3 out of 4. So there has to be a tie-breaking game. 2 out of 3 is not good enough. You need a tie-breaking game to go 3-1. If you take 3-1 on top of 3-5, you get 6-6. And you take 1-3 on top of 6-4, you get 7-7. So both teams would have 500 records. They would have won the head-to-head. Same thing here. You take 3-1 on top of 4-6, you get 7-7. You put 1-3 on top of 6-5, you get 7-8. So again, head-to-head, this team would be the winner. So that means that in the round of 3, you have 2 best of 3s, and then these other 2 matchups, you need 1 extra tie-breaking game. The road team, the 12th seed and the 11th seed need to win 3 games to 1. And that's where we are at. And we are starting right here today, in this bracket here, with a matchup between South Carolina and Mississippi. So far, South Carolina won the first game. And then after winning the first game, they still needed to win 2 out of 3. Mississippi won that second game. So now, Mississippi just needs 1 more win. But we're in South Carolina. And for this game, we've got Nolan Ryan versus Steve Carlton. And Nolan Ryan versus Steve Carlton. And let's get started. Bud Harrelson leads off for Mississippi. 57 is a K. Danny Walton, 37 is a K. And Tommy Helms, short X. 4-28. And he kicks the ball. And with 2 outs, it's Joe Pepitone. Grounds are short. All right. Andy Etchebarren leading off against Ryan. 1-5 is a hit by the pitch. Roy White, 5-10. Triple 1 of 13 is a triple. That'll score a run. Tommy Aaron, 3-6. Let's look at Tommy Aaron's card, brother of Hank. Good defense at first base. He was actually just a pinch hitter, but he might see some work in the summer league. 3-6, homer 1 of 15. It is gone. And South Carolina, after losing game 2, is roaring back in game 3, trying to force a game 4. Greg Nettles, 58, is a walk. Philippe Alou, 1-7, is a single. Kevin Collins, 2-8, pops out. Ollie Brown hit by the pitch. They're loaded 1 out for Geiger. 4-6-3 double play, but it's 3-0. Easy Ed Spezio K's. Billy Cohen 1-5. It is gone. Let's take a look at Billy Cohen's card. Now Cohen is already in the summer league with the Colorado Rockies, and I think he's with Colorado. He's okay. I don't see a reason to improve to this card. 3-1. It'll be J.C. Martin. J.C. 4-10, center X. This is Alou, who's a 3-E-5 in center field. He makes the catch. And Jerry May, 1-6, is a grounder short. Bottom of 2. Hanson, 64. Center X. Center fielder is Mickey Stanley, who's a 1E8. Makes the catch. Andy Etchebarren, 2-6 is a K. Roy White, 39 is a walk. And Tommy Aaron, 1-9, grounds to short. Mickey Stanley, 37, lines of second base. Buddy Harrelson, 39, center field. Danny Walton, 1-6. Homer 1-3, flies to left field. So the pitchers are starting to settle down a little bit. 3-1, Greg Nettles. Triple 1-13 off the Ryan Cards, a double. Felipe Alou, homer 1, fly ball. Kevin Collins, 2-4, second. Runner goes to third, 2 outs. Ollie Brown, 2-8, grounds to third. Tommy Helm, 6-12, center. Pepitone, 68, center. Spezio, 45, triple 1-5, single. And with 2 outs, Cohen, 47, is a walk. 2 on, 2 outs for J.C. Martin, 1-7 is a K. 3-1, Carlton, trying to keep his team alive. The series tied 1-1. They need 2 more wins. Geiger, 1-9, walks. Hansen, 49, walks. Etchebarren, 1-6 is a K. Roy White, 1-9, is a base hit in the center field. Geiger is a 14 runner. Mickey Stanley is a good arm he'll hold. Tommy Aaron at the big hit earlier. The base is loaded and 1 out. 1-5 is a 6-4-3 double play. Well, so much for that. Top of the 5th, Jerry May, 1-9, short. Mickey Stanley, 2-8, single. Buddy Harrelson, 49, double 1, single off the Carlton card. 2 on. Danny Walton, 36 is a K, and with 2 outs, it's Tommy Helms. 38 is single dot. Can't recall what. Oh yeah, Harrelson got that runner to the third, so that's an RBI single. It's 3-2 with runners at first and second for Joe Pepitone. 38 flies to right. Bottom of the 5th, 3-2 game. Greg Nettles, 59. Homer 1-4, fly ball. Alou, 2-9, lines out. Kevin Collins, 58, is a walk. Ollie Brown, 1-7, is a single. And Geiger with 2 outs, 58, is a walk. Ryan has just been all over the place today. 2 outs in the 5th inning of a 3-2 game. It's Hansen, 64, center X. He's a 1E8 in center field. He makes the grab in center. We got a ball game, 3-2. Ryan and Carlton, a very atypical kind of scenario here with these 2 guys. Hall of Famers. 68, Spezio, sky's a center. Billy Cohen, 2-8, pops out. J.C. Martin, 38, Ks. Bottom of the 6th inning, Etchebarren, 38, is a K. Roy White, 59, homer 1-4, fly ball. Eventually they're going to hit that, and they do. Solo homer for Roy White. We have a 4-2 game. Tommy Aaron flies it into right field. Cohen's a 4-3 in right field. That's a single. We're about to break Ryan a starter 6. Nettles, 1-4, homer 1-7, double. Let's take a look at Nettles' card. This is before he's a Yankee. He's a Twin, and eventually he'll be a Indian and then a Yankee. And believe it or not, he's better defensively in left field than he's at third base. But here he gets the 2-run homer on 1-4. We don't have to worry about this card getting into the Summer League as Nettles' Yankees card is already in the Summer League. Or he's playing for the Yankees, I should put it that way. So Ryan is gone. He goes 5 1/3 innings. Again, this is not a good Ryan. This is his 69 card with the Mets, where he only pitched 89 innings. And we know that in the 72 Angels, he'll have his best year with the Angels, his first year with the Angels. And the Angels are going to make Nolan Ryan the first overall pick in the Summer League draft. And definitely not going to be this version of Ryan. So 5 1/3 innings. It's a 6-2 game. Steve Barber will come on in the 6th. Steve Barber, let's take a look at him. In the 6th inning. Now remember, if South Carolina wins this game, they still need to win 1 more. So Mississippi has 2 cracks at this. And the next game would be back in Mississippi, if there is one. So Barber comes on in the 6th to face Philippe Alou in a 6-2 game. 2-7 Alou singles. Batting for Kevin Collins will be Mr. Jose Martinez. We talked a lot about him in the last South Carolina series. 65. Homer 1-12. Fly ball off the Barber card is simply a single ... Runners on the corners, 1 outs for Oliver Brown. 1-6 is a... Let's take a look at Ollie Brown's card. 1-6 is a 3-run homer. And South Carolina is whipping their opponent here. Geiger will bat. 45, short X. Bud Harrelson's a 2E27, makes the play. Ollie Brown hit that 3-run homer, by the way. He's already in the summer league with a better card, so we don't need to look at that one. Hansen, 64, catcher's card. This is J.C. Martin, and the inning is mercifully over, but not before it's 9-2. Carlton will give you 7 and probably take the rest of it off. Jerry May, 111, flies to left. Mickey Stanley, 48's a K. And Bud Harrelson, 2-8, pops to first. 7 innings for Carlton. Thinking that maybe the idea is that you don't want to waste your bullpen. So let's just go with your long man to pitch the next 2 innings. That's Tommy Sisk. He'll come on in to pitch the 7th and 8th innings in a laugher. It'll be Echebarren, 211 center. Roy White, pitcher. And Tommy Aaron, short. All right, Carlton leaves after 7. They're going to go with their long man to get the final 6 outs. Claude Raymond. Take a peek at him. Danny Walton, 56, pops to first. Tommy Helms, 58, left. Pepitone lines a second. Second inning for Sisk. We got Nettles again, 2-7K. Alou, 111, right. And Martinez, 410, center X. Mickey Stanley's a 1E8, makes the grab. Okay. Raymond will finish this thing off in the 9th inning. It'll be Spezio, 5-10, triple 1-13, triple. Billy Cohen, 5-9, homer 1-19. That's gone. It's 9-3, 9-4. J.C. Martin, that's going to be a triple. Jerry May, 2-6 is a K. Stanley, 47, bounces to second. This is Martinez is a 4. He makes the play. The runner will score. 9-5, 2 outs in the 9th inning. Bud Harrelson, 53. Pitcher XE, 38, naturally. But he makes the play. E38 pitcher, and the game's over. South Carolina 9-5. And there you go. Forgot to do the background music. It's Dizzy Gillespie, who is from South Carolina. And that is your background music. Claude Raymond, 3 hits, 3 runs, and a K in relief of Carlton. Lefty gets the win, giving up 5 hits and 2 runs. A walk and 7 strikeouts. Tommy Sisk struck out a guy. Barber came on in for Ryan. He didn't do very good either, did he? He gave up 3 hits, 3 runs. And Nolan Ryan takes the loss. Not very good at all. 9 hits and 6 runs. All 6 were earned. He walked 8, struck out 3. 109, 0108, 912, 58. 18, 84, 84, 18. All right, we got one more game to play in this series, so we can take a look at the year-to-date numbers. So let's see what the year-to-date records are for the 2 teams. So South Carolina, they should be a half a game apart, I'm guessing. They're 6-7, hitting .246 with a .382 team ERA. which is pretty much close to their league averages right there. 6 and 7. And Mississippi, yeah, they're 7-7. So winner take all in a game 4. Mississippi, though, is hitting 197 as a club through 14 games, which is remarkable that they're still in this thing. 347 team ERA. And when we go down to the league numbers, we were hitting around 250. And there we are. We're still hitting 250 with a 378 team ERA. I got one more game to play before one of these teams get eliminated. I will do that, and then we'll we'll complete the end of this video with eliminating that team. So thanks for checking out the video. We'll see you soon. Okay, fans, it turns out that it was Mississippi who lost the series 3-1 to South Carolina, and a minor upset, I guess. They exit the tournament with a record of 7-8, and South Carolina continues in the tournament with a record of 7-7. I don't know how long that will get South Carolina, as they had to win 3-1, and now with a 500 record, it's going to be even more difficult in the next round for them. But we're going to take one final look at Mississippi's cards and figure out if any of these guys are going to get into the Summer League. So Steve Barber is it says starter 5'3", but he'd probably be best served as a lefty reliever. Never discount a guy who throws left-handed. They're always valuable no matter how bad they are. You just want to get lefties out if possible. And he's already doing that. Not much more. What, a 4.19 ERA maybe? 4.81 ERA. All right, you got Ron Taylor. This is the card that closed out games for the Mets in '69. Interestingly, his 70 card is in the Summer League, so this could be a situation where it's a improvement going back a year, because his ERA is about a run lower here than in 70. So that would be a rather curious move for the Summer League, but one worth it, as this guy would be a pretty good closer. Okay, Bill Landis. Again, he's left-handed, so that helps, but we don't want him against right-handers at all, and against lefties, that's a lot of walks. 5.27 ERA, probably not. Steve Blass is already in the league with the Pirates in a different year, his 71 year, winner of the 1971 World Series in Game 7. Lou Krause, that's a lot of home runs there and there. Not a lot of hits against righties, though, but as a starter 6, he's got a 4.44 ERA. That's probably not good enough. We talked about Nolan Ryan getting into the league, but not with this card, with his 72 card. Next up, Tommy Sisk, a starter 6. Probably again we're seeing a lot of guys with like 4.30 plus ERAs, 4.78. So probably not. And right-handers particularly not. Okay, a righty reliever who's only a relief 2, and he gives up a lot of homers to lefties. You're really on the short end of things here. It's been a long career for Al Worthington, but by this point he's lost his effectiveness. He was a great pitcher in the earlier parts of the 1960s. Now this Danny Walton card got a lot of work in this little tournament, and what we noticed that we don't like is that you see this homer 1-3, we hit it 3 times, we rolled that number and flew out. And you see the 5, a lot of times your eye catches the word home run, you get really excited about a player, and then when you really start counting the hits and outs and everything else, you find that he's a liability against righties, he's just okay against lefties, he can't field, he's not that great at anything. He's a 217 hitter, and it looks like this is fool's gold right here, is what I would say. Billy Cohen's already in the league, but just in case, this guy hits for a lot of homers, a little bit better than that Danny Walton card you just saw. Joe Pepitone brings a sparkling glove to first base, and 20. Look at the home runs against righties. And he's not bad against lefties. This Pepitone is already in the league with a card that allows him to play the outfield and first base. If you want to get that 1, you can do that. So you get the 1 at first, the 27 homers, but the batting average is going to dip to 242. So I would say stick with the Pepitone that's already in the Summer League. Speaking of that, same with Ed Spezio. Ed Spezio's in the Summer League with the Padres. He fields better, hits better. 234, not good enough. Jerry May, not to be confused with catcher Jerry Moses, which is something I do frequently. It's easy to confuse the two. Jerry Moses is in the league. Jerry May is not. And interestingly enough, you know, believe it or not, this could get into the league, believe it or not, because he doesn't throw poorly. A zero-arm catcher is considered to be good. And if you wanted him to play one way, you desire to be lefty because he's right-handed. And if you had to have him against a righty, single. The 1-13, that's hittable. This is like a 234 hitter. 232. Right on the cusp. But basically, pretty much what you get out of a backup catcher, you know? Mickey Stanley, we love his glove. Always have loved his glove. Interestingly enough, he can't play first base well defensively. Most of the time, he's a 1 and a 2. Here he can play some short if needed, but no stick. This is a 235 hitter. So wait for Mickey Stanley to hit better. But Harrelson's already in the league for the Mets in a different year. All right, a left-handed catcher with a -1 arm and power against right-handers. So we're on the right track with J.C. Martin. Unfortunately, we just ran out of hits. We just need some more hits or walks or homers or something here, and we just don't quite have enough, do we? But lefty, -1, and power, these are the things you look at out of a catcher in a platoon. But 209, I just don't think you want to suffer that much. All right, and here's a case of a guy who's actually not that bad, but he's at a bad position. Corner outfielder who's just a 3, not a great arm, E13, no power, no steals, no hit and runs. He's got on-base percentage. There are too many guys he's competing with to get a job. And yeah, 232 with a nice on-base is just not good enough. Sorry, Dave Marshall. Sudakis is in the league already. We got Tommy Davis. He's already in the league. And I don't think there's a reason to improve to this card, 271. So we'll leave Tommy Davis alone. And we'll leave Tommy Helms alone. Tommy Helms' card is with the Reds, and I believe it's his best defensive card with the Reds. So we'll leave Tommy Helms alone and let that 71 card run out for the Reds. And at that point, the Reds will make the trade for Joe Morgan. So I think the Reds have 3 more years of Tommy Helms. No need for this card. And that's it for Mississippi. Another team eliminated. 5 teams have been eliminated in the Winter Baseball Classic. Thanks for checking out these videos. We'll see you next time.